Welcome back to the studio. Take a deep breath with me. Put down the phone, clear the desk, and let's just be. Today isn't about finishing a masterpiece or staying perfectly inside the lines. It's about the friction of the pencil against the paper. It's about watching a white space transform into a world of your own making. In a world that demands so much of our digital attention, coloring is a quiet rebellion. It's an act of reclaiming your time. As we lay down these first few strokes, I want you to give yourself permission to play. Remember how you felt as a child with a fresh box of crayons. There was no wrong blue. There was no messy yellow. There was only the joy of the color. Let's find that joy again today. There is a psychological state called flow. It's that sweet spot where the challenge of the task matches your skill and time seems to simply dissolve. Coloring is one of the fastest ways to enter that state. Notice how your heart rate slows down as you focus on a small detail. When you are choosing between a warm ochre or a burnt sienna, you aren't thinking about your emails. You aren't worrying about tomorrow's to-do list. You are anchored in the now. If your mind starts to wander back to your stresses, don't judge it. Just acknowledge the thought and then gently bring your focus back to the tip of your pencil. Follow the curve of the leaf. Watch the ink saturate the fiber of the page. This is your sanctuary. Sometimes we get blank page syndrome, that fear that we'll pick the wrong color and ruin the book. But here's a secret: there are no mistakes, only layers. In life, we are often told we have to be productive. Every hobby has to be a side hustle, and every talent has to be monetized. But coloring is beautifully unproductive. It's a gift you give to yourself that no one else ever has to see. If a color bleeds, let it. If a gradient isn't smooth, let it be textured. These marks are a map of your mood in this moment. Let's travel in our minds to the peaks of the Himalayas. In Indian heritage, Shiva is known as Mahadeva, the great god. But his name literally translates to the auspicious one. It's a beautiful paradox. He is the destroyer, yet his essence is goodness. In the Indian tradition, destruction isn't an end, it's a clearing. Think about your coloring for a second. To create a new highlight, you might have to erase or layer over what was there before. Shiva represents that necessary change. He is the reminder that for something new to bloom, the old must be released. As you lay down these colors, think about what you are ready to destroy in your own life, perhaps a doubt, a fear, or a tired habit, to make room for something vibrant. Look at the symbols often surrounding Shiva. The third eye. This isn't just about power, it's about inward vision. It's the ability to see beyond the physical world into the truth of things. As you focus on the tiny details of your page, you are practicing your own form of third eye vision, total concentration. The serpent Vasuki, coiled around his neck, the snake represents the mastery of fear. It symbolizes the Kundalini energy, the dormant potential within all of us. The crescent moon, resting in his matted hair, it marks the passage of time. Shiva is the master of time, yet he sits in eternal meditation. He teaches us that even when the universe is dancing and changing at a frantic pace, we can find a center of stillness. Your coloring board is your mountain peak. No matter how loud the world is, here, you are the meditator. One of the most iconic images in Indian art is the Nataraja, Shiva as the lord of the dance. He dances within a circle of fire, representing the cosmos. In one hand, he holds the damaru, the small drum that beats the rhythm of creation. In another, he holds the fire of destruction. His dance is the tandava, the rhythm of the entire universe. Life is never a still image, it is a movement.